Coming up on the Sports Desk, hashtag Sista. Two sisters look to lead the Bishop Montgomery girls varsity volleyball squad. Reporter Brittany Johnson has more from Bishop and their story. Plus, Elko football opened up their 2015 season against Pasadena City College. Could the Warriors pick up the dub in their season opener? All of this and much, much more is coming up right now. Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new week here on the Sports Desk. I'm your host, Collin Kushner. Don't forget to hit me up on Twitter all year long. That's at Collin Kushner with pics, video, or if you just want to chat about sports. Week 1 of prep football is in the books. Every Torrance school in action, which is exciting for me and for all of you viewers. Let's head out to West, where the Warriors got their season underway. Let's flash back to last season. West went 10-0 during the regular season, went perfect in league, and lost to PV in the CIF semis. So what would the Warriors have in store for us week numero uno? West shuts out Culver City 22-0. Michael Timmerman has 2 rushing touchdowns, and Ethan Lima adds 2 sacks in the dub. The Warriors haven't lost their season opener since 2011. That was also the last time the Warriors missed a shot at the postseason. Up north, senior Mike Juarez leads the charge for the Saxons in their 40-14 monster showing versus Peninsula. Dude finishes the night with 6 total touchdowns, 3 through the air and 3 on the ground. It's only North's second game of the season, and Juarez is putting up monster numbers. Never a bad sign moving forward. It's time for hashtag crunching the numbers. Since 2010, North has played Peninsula in their second game of the season. The boys in blue have won 4 of their last 6 matches against, I love saying their name, the Panthers, averaging over 39 points in their 4 wins and allowing an average of just 9 during that span. Meanwhile, over in Spartan country, South puts up 33 in their season opening win over Lawndale. Gabe Zuniga accounts for 3 of the Spartans' touchdowns, 1 through the air and 2 using his legs. Looks like someone does his leg day. The Green Squad hasn't lost to Lawndale since 2009. That was the same year the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, passed away. Over at Torrance, Mira Costa puts up 55 points in a massacre of the Tartars. Backup QB Ryan Carroll has a rushing TD, and Devin Nash adds almost 100 yards receiving in the loss. Rounding out your prep football news, the Bishop Montgomery Knights. Bishop hasn't won back-to-back games to open up their season since 2013. They lost in the first round of the playoffs to Oak Park that season. Bishop takes down Westchester 21-8. Once again, the Knight D on point. Anthony Visalia has 1 INT and 5 tackles. Brendan Mirafino tosses 2 touchdowns, and Patrick Smith adds over 100 yards rushing on the night. Bishop off to a hot start and playing with some swag. They have only allowed 14 points combined in their first 2 games this season compared to 40 at the same point last year. All right, everybody, it's time for a boom sauce break. When we come back, I'll get you caught up with Elko football, women's volleyball, and all things JUCO. Don't even think about getting off the couch.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing.
I watch golf with him.
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
Welcome back, everybody. Check us out on Instagram. That's the Sports Desk TV for any cool pics and video from your South Bay sports scene and a behind-the-scenes look at the show. Over in JUCO news, the El Camino Warriors football squad had their share of struggles last season. Elko went 1-5 in conference play and 3-7 overall. 3 of those 7 losses by at least 1 score. Elko taking on Pasadena City College in their semi-home opener at Redondo Union High School, while their new stadium is still under construction. Elko hasn't lost their season opener since 2013. The cheerleaders getting pumped up pregame. First quarter, no score. Lancers quarterback Evan Jett finds DeCorey Briscoe in the end zone. Pasadena strikes first. Second quarter, same score. 4th and 5 for Elko. George Hernandez hits Stevie Williams for a 32-yard gain. A couple plays later, Hernandez, he's going to drop back in the pocket, pump up, and he's going to take this all the way into the end zone for the score. Elko goes for 2. They complete that. Warriors up 8-7. Later in the second, Pasadena up by 2 after a 43-yard field goal. First and goal from the 2. Justice Onawanu finds daylight. Elko up 15-8 at the half and hangs on to win 31-23. George Hernandez tosses 1 touchdown and Ray Lima has 4 sacks. Yeah, I said 4 sacks in the 31-23 dub. Since 2012, Elko has won every game against the Lancers. Now, staying on the topic of Elko football, former Warrior and North High Saxon Devontae Jenkins is making headlines over at Southern Connecticut State University. Jenkins already bringing that Cali swag to the East Coast. He's hashtag killing it. He has 3 touchdowns and 84 yards receiving in his Southern Connecticut State University debut. Jenkins was a stud over at North, took his talents to Elko, and could be the new star in New Haven. Another former Torrance athlete making waves, former Tata running back Tyree Harris ran wild in his JUCO debut for Long Beach City College. Harris rushes for over 100 yards and 2 scores for the Vikes. Dude thrived under Tata head coach Rock Hollis. I've brought it up several times, and I am again. His 7 TDs in 1 game versus South. Absolutely insane. All right, let's talk some USC foosball. After Steve Sarkisian's Salute Detroit donor event debacle just a few weeks ago, I think it's safe to say the dust has finally settled. It pains me to say this, but USC crushes Arkansas State in their 2015 season opener. Gee, I wonder who predicted that win. Tying this back to the South Bay, the Torrance native is in his 2nd year as a head coach of the men of Troy, picking up his 10th win at the helm. Back to Elko news, the Warriors men's soccer team back in action on the pitch. Elko men's soccer drops their 2nd game of the season. Carlos Torres nets the lone goal for the Warriors in the 33rd minute as they fall to Santa Monica 2-1. In women's soccer, different gender, same opponent, same result. Princess Butler, what a name, ties this one up in the 21st minute of the first half. Later in the first, Jocelyn Espinoza scores the go-ahead goal for Santa Monica to squeak past the Warriors 2-1. Elko drops their 2nd straight game and their 2nd in 2 seasons to the Corsair. Both the men's and women's teams on 2-game losing skids. Over in women's volleyball, the Lady Warriors an even 1-1 on the year. Head coach LaValle Pattison and co. looking to get back in the win column after that season-opening dub to Grossmont College. Elko has beaten Santa Monica every match since 2011 and swept the Corsair. 3 of those 4 meetings. First set, Elko up 4-1. Taylor Bryden off the Santa Monica player. The Warriors up by 4. Same set, Elko up by 1 point now. Nia Maizoe and Nikisha Williams are going to team up for the block. Point Warriors. Elko takes set numero uno, 25-13, 2nd set, no score. Nia Mazawi and Taylor Bryden, they team up together for the block. Elko takes an early 1-0 set lead. Later in the second, Elko still up. Kezia Boyer spikes it home. She finishes with 9 kills. Elko up by 3. Same set, Elko up 18-10. Diving stop by Brooke Russell and Kezia Boyer with the finish. Elko up by 9 and takes set number 2, 25-12. Third set, Elko up by a point. Boyer with the block. Elko makes it a quick match and sweeps Santa Monica. So that's the 4th time since 2011 the Lady Warriors have swept the match versus Santa Monica. Taylor Bryden crushes 10 kills and Brooke Russell adds 12 digs in the win in the Long Beach tournament. Elko picks up right where they left off after that SM match sweep. Elko sweeps its first 2 opponents, Allen Hancock and San Diego Mesa, and then breezes by Chaffey College 3-1 to finish off the tourney. So after that loss to College of the Canyons, the women of Elko are on fire as of late, dropping just 1 set in their last 4 matches. All right, everybody, I'm starving, so I'm going to take a quick snack break. When we come back, it's sister time on the Bishop Montgomery Knights girls volleyball team. Get your popcorn ready.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Welcome back, everybody. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram all year long for anything and everything going down right here in the South Bay. Over at Bishop Montgomery, the girls volleyball program has 2 girls in particular on the roster that look to help lead the Knights to a big 2015 season, and their story may surprise you. Brittany Johnson has more.
No need to adjust your eyes. You're not seeing doubles. It's just 6-foot-tall junior twins, Courtney and Sydney Hall, from Bishop Montgomery girls volleyball team, who happen to be complete opposites.
I talk more than her, I guess. I'm more like energetic, excited and stuff. And yeah, she's kind of shy.
Yeah, I'm shy, but I'm the harder worker because she's usually hurt all the time.
To me, they're both outgoing because I played with them for the past 3 years. But when I first met them, I think Courtney was a little bit more goofier on the court than Sydney was. But overall, they're both great people.
Courtney and Sydney might be very different personality-wise, but on the court, they are competing for the same position.
I have never seen them get after each other. It's always seemed friendly. I see them pick on each other when when Sydney was passing today, Courtney was going after her every single time and serving to her. But then I also hear from Mom, like, Courtney was injured last year for a little bit at the beginning of the season, and then Sydney was getting a lot of playing time. I heard that from Mom that Courtney was like, oh, no, like, I'm gonna get back out there. I'm gonna compete with her. But honestly, I'm looking at changing and moving them around a little bit, so it's not just them 2 in the middle. I might pull one of them out to the pins as well, so they will be supporting each other rather than competing against each other.
Trying to like switch up the positions this year, and she's trying to play right side and me outside, but whichever position we play, it really doesn't matter.
With a possible change in positions for Courtney and Sydney, their twin intuition could really benefit this team.
She plays right side, and when we block together, it's always a good block.
You know what they say, it takes 2 to make a thing go right. For the Sports Desk, I'm Brittany Johnson.
Thanks for that story, Brittany. Staying on the volleyball court, if you have any interest in being a part of or learning about volleyball, the United States Youth Volleyball League has programs right here at Torrance. The USVL's mission is to provide kids between the ages of 7 and 15 a chance to learn and play volleyball in a fun, safe environment. Plus, if you want to be a coach, you can do that too. Prior experience is not required. For more info, you can check out usvl.org, click programs, and then pick your state and city. All right, Sports Desk viewers, it's time to hit me up on Twitter with pics, video, or if you just want to chat about sports, I'll hit you back. Plus, I'll put your tweets on the show and give you a shout out. A big thanks to everyone who sent in pics and video this week. Big thanks to @BMHS Letterman Club for hitting me up. Anthony Visalia with the sweet interception. Take a look at that. And at BMHS Letterman Club again with the Knights marching onto the field after their huge win over Westchester. Thanks for hitting me up. Boom sauce. Wow. I love it when you send in pics and video. Remember, in order to make the show, you have to hit me up on Twitter. I know you all are glued to your phones. All right, weekly rant time. Let's talk the decision. No, not LeBron's decision or my decision about what I'm going to eat for dinner, although I should probably figure that out. The Deflategate decision sounds so ominous, right? U.S. District Judge Richard Berman ruled against the NFL in a not-so-shocking end result to the Deflategate saga. Brady's 4-game suspension is gone. Goodell issued a statement disagreeing with the decision and vowing to appeal the ruling in order to uphold his collectively bargained responsibility to protect the integrity of the game. Responsibility to protect the integrity of the game? What? Goodell has done just the opposite of that, levying out suspensions, cutting suspensions, fines, cutting fines, taking away draft picks. He's running wild and not in a good way. Come up with some uniformity and be organized. The Deflategate scandal is just another epic failure on Roger Goodell and the rest of the NFL. As a professional athlete, be good on the field and off. You represent yourself, the league, and your team. I get that if you break the rules, you should be punished. But come on, man. Don't just levy out punishments blindly. Hit me up on Twitter with your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree with the ruling? I want to hear from you. All right, everybody, that's going to close the books on another week here on the Sports Desk. As always, we are available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you just feel like saying hi, you can do that as well. I'd like to take a moment to pay tribute and think about those who lost their lives during the tragic events of September 11th. Lots of innocent lives were lost that day 14 years ago this month. Never forget, never forget. Also, for those who are celebrating the Jewish holiday of Rosh Hashanah, myself and the rest of the Sports Desk fam wish you a happy and healthy new year. Enjoy your apples and honey. Take it easy, Torrance. We'll catch you next time.